published 12:35 EDT, 23 September 2017. Updated 12:37 EDT, 23 September 2017. 1 down, 1 to go. Sergio Aguero will become Manchester City's all-time top goalscorer soon enough. Just not this weekend. Goal no. 176 duly arrived against Crystal Palace at the Etihad, but Aguero still remains one adrift of Eric Brook's record set 78 years ago. It arrived in the 80th minute of another handsome win for Pep Guardiola's side after what, until then, had been a frustrating afternoon for the little Argentine. Sergio Aguero netted his sixth goal in 6 Premier League appearances against Crystal Palace. His secondhalf strike puts him just 1 goal from equaling Manchester City's all-time record. Aguero fired the ball at Wayne Hennessey with his head, which was too strong to holdman of the match. Leroy Sane swung over across from the left, and Mamadou Sakhos' unsuccessful attempt to cut it out left Aguero unmarked 8 yards from goal. He focused on power rather than positioning, heading firmly towards Wayne Hennessey's goal. The Palace keeper got a hand to the ball but couldn't stop it from trickling over the line. As Aguero celebrated with his teammates, Guardiola raised his hands in the air on the touchline. Aguero has 176 City goals and is just 1 from overtaking Eric Brook's record set 78 years ago. The Argentinian also assisted Raheem Sterling for his second goal of the game. Up to that point, Guardiola seemed to have predicted how this one might pan out. "I'm not thinking that he is going to score 3 goals," he said on Friday, when asked about the prospects of Aguero breaking the record against Palace. "Just that we score 1. We win the game and the team plays good." As it turned out, City scored 5 and played very well indeed. Again, it was a fair question to ask, though. After all, the Premier League's joint top scorer, fresh from a hat-trick at Watford, was facing bottom-of-the-table opponents who have now lost all 6 games without scoring this season. Teammate Leroy Sane bagged a brace though, which saw the German clayman of the match stage was set for Aguero to score the 2 goals he needed to equal Brook's all-time record of 177 goals for City. Or at least that's what we thought. As it is, his coronation will have to wait for another day. The man who would be king was forced to take a backseat as Sane showed supreme skill to score City's first and then set up the second for Raheem Sterling either side of halftime. It was typical of Aguero that he still set up the 3rd goal for Sterling in the 59th minute. It is one of the many daunting aspects about the squad Guardiola has assembled at the Etihad that when stars like Aguero don't shine, there are plenty of others who will. Keep out Aguero or Kevin De Bruyne, and Sane and Sterling will get you. Even Fabian Delph, who scored the 5th with a stunning strike. Let's not forget that Guardiola still had the luxury of keeping Gabriel Jesus on the bench. That's not to say that Aguero did not have his chances to equal their record. A glorious opportunity arrived just moments before he side-footed De Bruyne's angled pass back across goal for Sterling to score that 3rd just before the hour mark. Latching onto the ball just inside the Palace box, he flew past Scott Dan and Sakho. Suddenly he was through on goal with just Hennessey to beat. You would have backed Aguero to score 9 times out of 10 from that position, but even the best have off days. He aimed his shot straight at the Palace goalkeeper, who saved with his legs. He had numerous opportunities to level the record, but put on a selfless display instead. Not for the first in this match, Aguero's miss left Guardiola clutching his head in his hands. It had been a similar story in the 34th minute, when Sane played a neat netwa with David Silva down the right and slid the ball to the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, Aguero would normally have tucked it home without a second thought, but he got under the ball and spooned it harmlessly over the bar. 3 minutes later the ball reached Aguero in a similar position, but this time there were defenders between him and the goal. His first effort was blocked, and he tried again with similar results, not realizing an unmarked Sane was crying out for the ball to his left. A wave of apology to his young teammate followed, acknowledgement that he had taken the wrong option. It looked like being one of those days for Aguero, but it's hard to keep a good man down. When opportunity knocked again 10 minutes from time, he finally found the net. It's only a matter of time now